Wars channel. I hope you're doing well out there. Canik Firearms is a Turkish company, as you should know. They were founded back in 1997, believe it or not. And the company started out in the aerospace industry. They then expanded into defense and firearms. From the defense side, they were working with several well-known U.S. defense manufacturers before they busted onto the scene and really focused in the U.S. market in 2012. They've been killing it ever since. From an EDC to competitions, we've all seen Caniks out there. I mean, it's not too many people that aren't aware of how they're doing. Their guns are doing extremely well. And I can personally vouch for that. I picked up this OG Canik TP9 SF Elite many years ago, and I distinctly remember putting probably over 10,000 rounds, running every class, outdoor classes, a lot of training. It has an excellent pistol, excellent trigger. This thing has been really rock solid. Today we're going to be reviewing another Canik, the brand new Mete MC9. And what's also cool about that is we're going to be looking at Canik's M01 micro reflex sight, red dot. So make sure you like and subscribe because we're going to do a tabletop and then we're going to hit the range. Stand by. All right, welcome back. The Canik Mete MC9 Micro Compact 9. That's what it stands for. It's kind of interesting here as I open it up. They have a motto, and I keep looking at this motto, and it's funny. I think it's lost in translation, but it's called Prepared Superior. It's their newest offering from Canik, and it's coming in that concealed carry market. We've been waiting for this a long time. It's released in 2023, and I can say currently it's in very high demand. I will also say, if you can find one in your local store and you're in the market, don't leave, don't think about it. You need to go ahead and purchase it. All right, so let's get the box out of the way. We'll come back to visit that in a second. Slide coating, it's a Tenifer and Cerakote finish. Feels good. Looks great. In terms of barrel length, remember, they're all small barrels. This is going to be a 3.18. Overall length is 6.1 inches, so it's a real compact firearm. The width is interesting. It's just over 1 inch. Now, that's what I expect in this class, but I'll give you a little perspective in depth. Here's that Canik TP9 SF Elite again. You can see how it's definitely thicker, right? Height 4.52. It's weighing 21.2 ounces. Magazine-wise, it's a 12-rounder. We can look at that here. And then in the box is a 15-rounder. We can look at that there. So 12 and a 15. MSRP for this particular setup is $599 with the package with the dot. Now, to keep that in perspective, the dot's $250. Just a couple colors at this point. We've got flat dark earth, black, and then a two-tone. The MC9 comes with and without the optics. What you will notice is this is direct mount. I do like that. It's going to use that Shield RMSC footprint, otherwise known, if I'll just throw other ones at you, it's the Holosun 507 KX2. That's a good one. The Holosun EPS carry, I have one of those. I haven't run it yet. That's the latest hotness from Holosun. Sig Romeo Zero Elite, hey, your mileage may vary on that. Springfield Armory Wasp, I've seen them, don't know anybody running them. And then now the M01 from Canik. It's gonna be interesting. In terms of what's in the box, let's just set the pistol down for a second. I'll splash over here. You are gonna get an inside the waistband holster. This is good. It's not the best, but it's something that you can start carrying this gun right away. What else is in the box? Mag loader, that extra 15-round mag as we spoke about. We've got the original base plates, which is a nice touch, and another mounting plate. So if you wanted to go back to strictly running all irons, you can certainly do that. Next, we've got an adjustment tool. This is kind of nifty. You get a little protective cover. I wouldn't carry that, but if you were stuffing it in a bag or you were, decide what you want to do there with that type of cover. I don't think it's necessary, but it's nice that you have the option. And then down here, there's a finger plate that'll give you a little extra pinky pressure if you've got bigger hands. Nice color pamphlet. We're gonna leave that alone. You've got a little tool, different tools. We've got our other two back straps here, cleaning kit, and then you have a really nice punch to disassemble the gun. I really like that. In terms of accessories, Canik does a great job there. I know you all appreciate that. Whether you admit it or not, everybody appreciates that. I really like what they did. They made it be compatible with other mags. So we can take this TP9 SF Elite, and it comes with a 15-rounder. So get this. Look at that. There actually mounts right in. Drops out. Pretty cool, right? Literally, they're the same size, even though the pistols are different. They went with a smaller form factor, but they made the magazines stay the same. They maintain that. That's a really good touch. Other manufacturers do that, and then there are other manufacturers that don't, a la Glock, right? 43X. Trigger pull test. Let's set it up. Break out our gauge. This guy was coming in right around 4 3/4 of a pound previously. Let's see what she comes in now. Look at that. A little bit over 4 3/4. Let's do one more. A little bit over 4.6. I think that's a great compromise. It's not too light of a trigger for a concealed carry gun, and it's not too heavy as well. So 4.75 pounds. Feels real good. As you shoot this more, that trigger should get a little lighter. That's with most things as guns break in and you shoot them a lot. Kind of settle in, start to feel more and more comfortable. Mag release button is neither too big nor too small. I think it's adequate. It does a good job. When you first break it out, they're a little sticky, but you can see it's kicking out this 12 rounder nicely. Here's our 15 rounder. It's kicking that out good. Oh, let's do it again. There you go. And I am holding it on the side. There you go. So it's all about how you do your reloads and how you're orienting the pistol. What's interesting here with the 15 rounds magazine, if you choose to carry it that way, you are going to print, you get a longer profile. And I do see this. Some people may not like the aesthetics on that. If this really bothers you, I mean, I'm getting a really good purchase with the front, and the meat of my hand is going into the bottom, so it's going to be different. If that bothers you, or it maybe not even be an issue if you carry and you don't want to print, and you want to carry the flush fit 12-round magazine, then you're back in the game. Right, going around the gun, the stippling, I would say, is good. The front and rear serrations on the slide, excellent. You got a trigger guard undercut, which is nice. Front of the trigger guard has a little stipple. Does have an ambidextrous slide stop. Canik traditional breakdown, pretty easy to do your maintenance on. And what I really, really love is the Picatinny rail. Just something to think about. In this case, I got an Olight Boulder Mini. If I have the holsters and I have the setup and I'm not going deep conceal, I am of a mindset that it's not a bad thing to run weapons mounted lights or a pistol mounted light. Now, what's interesting is a lot of the other guys don't have that, right? So if you're reintroduce the Shield Plus, nope. How about the 43X? Nope. How about the OG SIG P365? Yeah, maybe with their attachment. So I really like that these guys brought the best features that the market is interested in and is looking for, whether you choose to run one or not. That's a good thing. Love that it has a pick rail, and I think for combat handguns and for carry, it's good to have light options so you can identify your threat, identify your target. Let's now transition over to the red dot. I'm going to hit you with specs, and then we got to roll. This is interesting. I did spend some time with this. It's called Canik. I know that's kind of weird. M-E, Canik, M01. It's a micro reflex sight. These guys are going to come in two sizes. You're going to have it for this micro subcompact, and you can also buy individually the full size. The dot is a 3 MOA, powered by a traditional CR 2032 lithium battery. You do have to take this off and break your zero, very much like an RMR. If there's a battery under there, I give them some slack on that. The battery life is 60,000 hours. In the literature, it says 6.5 years, depending on your use, and that's on lowest setting. The adjustable increments are 1 MOA. So this does have something that you got to get used to and accept if you're going to run this dot. It is an automatic brightness control, aka shake awake. That's what the industry calls it. But it's probably a licensing thing. It is waterproof and it's motion activated. If there is no motion detected for 3 minutes, the sight will automatically turn off to conserve your battery life. The user manual is in the box, which is nice. I literally took out my night vision, took this into a dark room. I wanted to see how the dot transitions. It's real fast. In a dark room, the dot stays on. In extremely all dark, no light, the dot turns off. Now that's a transition over to night vision. It literally will go red, dim, 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 which is kind of adjusts. And then if I go into like a really dark, I don't know, hallway, in this case, a closet or something, the red dot turns off. So now, what do you think about that if you don't have night vision? How you get around that is you either point shoot or you generally assume that you can have ambient lighting, or you go ahead and you replace your front dot sight and you keep your rear for your co-witness. And maybe one idea that you could think about is just buying yourself a XS tritium vial insert, or pick your favorite company, just something to think about. All right, so there's your Canik M01 reflex sight. It does have a 6061 aluminum body. It does come with a 3-year warranty. It definitely supports night vision. And the dot was awesome. It's really clear and it looks great. If you want to buy this guy separately, he's $250. There's your rundown. There's only one thing to do. Let's take this guy out to the range. Let's have some fun and let's shoot it. Stand by. I'm looking forward to shooting the Canik Mete MC9. Let me give you one more look at it before we go. Here we go. There she is. Send it out to 30 feet. I follow the modern samurai method. So 30 feet is good, plus or minus 1 inch. So that's a good 0 for your red dot if you were unclear on anything. Sent the target out, little splatter target for 30 feet, and we'll dial it in. The Canik does come with a sight adjustment tool, so if I have to make an adjustment, we'll do that. In terms of ammo, oh man, hope we don't have any catastrophic failures. Winchester white box, 115 grain. That's what we're shooting today. Had a value pack. I know, that's not too much of a defensive ammo load, is it? All right. I'm gonna shoot the 15 round magazine. Let's bring it in. Bring it in and see how we look. Oh yeah, I gotta zoom you guys out a little bit. There we go. Just gonna make a couple clicks this way. So let me go ahead and do that. To the left. That should do the trick. Let's send it out, see how it looks. Money. Oh, this gun's growing on me. I like the way it feels. There we go. A 3-shot group there on the left in yellow. That is perfect. We'll take that, call it good. That's a good 0. Remember, micro subcompact pistols are not meant to be super accurate, right? As long as you can get on, stop the bad guy, 21 feet and under, 30 feet and under, you're doing great. Canik Mete, there's your 0. Not bad. Came out pretty good from the factory as well. Cannot complain. All right, so we zeroed the gun. We got that out of the way. That's awesome. Did you see how it came pretty well zeroed from the factory? I like that. That's a good sign. Your mileage may vary, as they say. So I went ahead and changed out the targets. When I'm shooting up close with the concealed carry pistols, you know the drill, 21 feet and under for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and send out this awesome silhouette size, bad guy size VTEC target. So we're gonna punch this out to 21. And then I got a couple other things I wanna talk to you about. One of the things I didn't talk about during the tabletop review is the optic, the M01. It's made by SYS. That's the parent company of Canik. So it's not like it's rebranded, made by another competitive manufacturer, as far as I know. So that's awesome. Wanted to cover that. So far, I really do like this dot, by the way. It's holding up well. And then in terms of Canik themselves, we've all been waiting for this, and I got some awesome news. They're building a factory in Florida. So US-based factory now. It's gonna go online in Q4 of this year, maybe Q3. Should be a state-of-the-art facility, so stay tuned on that. We're gonna be able to get a lot of their products as well. And last but not least, I waited until we got out to the range. I really wanted to discuss the trigger pull and the reset. I normally do that in a lot of my reviews on the tabletop, but in this case, I wanted to get some trigger time with it. So here's my thoughts on that. This particular, the MC9, what you're gonna notice is, and every pistol has its own characteristics, right? Whether it's a SIG and the spongy feel, a Glock that is always reliable but a little less refined, a Shield Plus, which is really good. You enjoy its flat face trigger and its break. It has its own characteristics. Same thing with this guy. On the MC9s, what we notice is there's a lot of take up. So you have to get used to that. How you overcome that is just practice and dry fire until you get that feel. So you're gonna notice right here, if we zoom in, a little bit of take up. Now, when I start to put pressure on the gun, it's still got room. I'm at the 90% mark. Now I'm at the official wall. So I'll show it one more time. Take up, putting pressure through. I'm at the wall. Now it's the Canik break. There it is. Now let me just hold this. Hold on, I'm just gonna jerk it around a little bit. And this is the awesome, you're in Canik's wheelhouse. Look at that nice short reset, really short. If I let out, there you go. So that's my thing on this particular gun. A little bit of take up, not bad. It's something you gotta get used to. And then a nice clean break. And an easy reset, awesome reset. Once we get to the wall and we're doing the break, it starts to feel like any other Canik you've ever shot. Really comfortable, really low break. We pulled 4.7 pounds during the tabletop, and an awesome, really shallow, small reset, which feels really good in the hand. Got my buddy Dave helping me record today, so it's awesome. Not always on the tripod. All right, let's go flush fitting mag, right? No cheating. This is how you're gonna carry, right? Another thing I forgot to mention is I really like the serrations on the slide. That's gonna allow you to come over the top, right? And just rack the whole thing. Don't worry about smudging up your dot, your lens of anything like that. It all comes off, you shoot through that. All right, right down the middle, guys. There we go. Let's just pull it in real fast. We're gonna zoom in. It felt real good. I'm not gonna say the word snappy. it felt fine, it felt great. So we hit him right here in the sternum, center mass. I'm pleased with that. Let's send it back out, there you go. So definitely a good shooter so far. Shooting with a red dot really makes it easy. Now with a red dot, you do have to learn how to present. It's very important. You learn how to present, get your good fundamentals, your grip. But then if we kind of focus on the target, we just Mozambiqued them. You guys know I like that. Two to the body, one to the head. All right, so let's pull that in. See how we did on our bad guys. All right, I'd say that's pretty good. What do you guys think? Sweet. All right, there you go. All right, let's just send it on out. Keep it rolling. Let's have a good time. You can't just stop there. We'll finish up this flush fit magazine. I tell you, the more I shoot the gun, the more it starts to feel real comfortable. I'm really getting the feel of this. And also, I shoot a lot of Leupold red dots, Hollow Sun red dots. I gotta say, I'm taking a liking to this M01 that's made by Canik. I don't know why they call it Canik, but felt good. That ejected really nice. Yeah, I got one flyer. Ah, that's how you know you're having fun, when it's clicking, no bang, because you're out of ammo. I must have been riding the slide lock. Riding the slide lock. That's one of my training scars. I always do that. All right, let's bring it in. One thing about me is I always show my targets. And no one's perfect, right? We're all fallible. But for me, I'm happy with that. That's definitely the fist size group. I got one low left, so we, one high, one that. So yeah, I'm very happy with the Mete. I'd probably put a lot more rounds through this, and more importantly, what I would do is not be shooting this Winchester white box. I would go with my favorite brand of Spear gold dots, or Federal ammunition, or my Underwood ammo. I'd want to run a lot of my favorite personal defense ammo through this to make sure it cycles and runs. So like most people say, and you should know this, you always want to at least run 2 boxes of ammo through there, because you're going to be carrying this, you're going to be putting your life on the line. You got to make sure you're comfortable with the pistol that you're choosing to carry and make sure that ammo is reliable. I definitely think it's a keeper. All right, on that note, I think this is an awesome pistol. I enjoyed doing the review. I haven't made the leap to red dots on my carry pistols yet, but I think this is one fine example, should you feel the same way, that you could invest in and try it out. So let us know down below in the comment section if you have one of these, if you've been able to shoot one yet, and what you think. All right, appreciate you. And until next time, take care of yourselves. We're out of here. See ya.